Twilly-dee, twilly-dilly-dee, 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 tweet, 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 tweet.
She talks to the people all night long, chatting and a gabbing and a singing her song. All the divas down on Rainbow Street love to hear Toni go tweet, tweet, tweet. Talking Toni,
Tweet, tweet,
talk, talking Toni.
tweet, twilly-dee,
Oh, talking Toni, really gonna talk tonight.
tweet, twilly-dee.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talking Toni. I'm your host, Toni Holmperm, and I thank you for joining me as I sit down and chat with some of the most fabulous people here on Long Island. And joining me today is a very, very special guest, my good friend, Ryan Shea, who is the owner of not one, but two Shabby Tabby Cat Cafes. We have the first one, which is in Sayville. Mm-hmm. That was the first one you opened. And now we also have the Shabby Tabby Cat Cafe in Huntington.
Yay.
Yes. Well, Ryan, first of all, thank you so much for coming here today. And and I apologize to everyone if we're running a little late. I had to perform an emergency cosmetology procedure on a drag queen in need. So we have to do what we have to do what we have to do. But thank you everyone for joining us. So Ryan, the Shabby Tabby Cat Cafes have just taken Long Island by storm. They truly have. And if you have not been to anyone who has not been to the Shabby Tabby Cat Cafes, if you love cats, I mean, it is just the best place to go. Now, Ryan, let's explain to everyone who doesn't know what a cat cafe is. What exactly is a cat cafe?
A cat cafe is like a little, it's more like a lounge. People think it's going to be a restaurant when they come in, but it's more like a little cafe. We have coffee and stuff and some baked goods. And you come in and you just kind of enjoy the cats. We have about 25 to 30 adoptable cats, and they're all roaming around. And you kind of just come in, drink your coffee, hang out with the cats. And if you fall in love with someone, you can adopt them.
Yes. And I'm sure there is like a vetting process.
Yes, there is.
That people
have you can't just
go
take
through
them.
because we want the cats to be safe.
Yes.
So that is very, very important. So that is taken care of. Now, Ryan, why in the world would somebody open a cat cafe? And I'm sure when you first came up with this idea and said you were going to do this, I know there were people that were like, what are you, nuts?
Yes, they still think that.
So what was the basis of the idea for wanting to open a cat cafe?
Well, probably like 2 years ago, my cat Brody, who like anyone that knows me, he was like my best friend for like a solid 10 years. He died unexpectedly, and it was so hard. But I started like becoming like crazy cat obsessed and volunteering for shelters and on all the cat websites. And I just saw there were so many cats that needed homes, and I didn't realize it was such a huge problem.
Yes.
And I came across a cat cafe in New York City, and then I went to one in Denver, and kind of just became obsessed with the idea and thought we needed one.
And so you really did your research.
So much.
I mean, the one cafe was in Denver.
Yeah.
So and did you specifically go there just to see?
Well, my dad lives out in Colorado.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, that's a help.
Yeah. There's other ones in other states, though. But I did a lot of research, like on their websites, and I wrote to a few owners, and I just thought that it was something that would definitely benefit the island.
Yeah, and it definitely has. Now, how did the Golden Paws Society figure into the cat cafe?
Well, I wanted to volunteer with cats, so I had filled out a form on their website that I wanted to volunteer, and I was contacted. So I was volunteering for them for a few months. So I spoke to the founder, Eileen, and asked her if she'd be interested in like kind of teaming up and opening a cat cafe. So she was into it. I love their mission. They're like an amazing rescue. They take all the cats from kill shelters and they were into it. So
Oh, that's
how.
great.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, when exactly? What was the opening date of the Cat Cafe in Sayville? How long ago was it?
September
Now?
28th, 2018.
2018.
So a little over a year.
A little over a year. Yes.
Yeah.
And been doing great.
Yeah.
And the thing that I love about Cat Cafe, Shabby Tabby Cat Cafe, is you do a lot of great events, including ones that include drag queens.
Yes, they're the best events. They're so fun.
including moi.
You're the best. We love having you.
Thank you. Yes, and I was telling you before because I did a paint night with
Yes.
Ashley Jade
Yep.
just this past Saturday at the Shabby Tabby in Sayville, and
Yeah.
it was incredible. We had I think it was almost 30 people.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
it was packed. It was
Good.
packed, and everybody had
It looked
a
so
great
fun.
time, and they painted this little painting of
so
a cat
cute. Yeah, I saw it.
in Paris in front of the Eiffel Tower. And Ashley Jade does really like all the hard work of instructing people. I just walk around and I just
Perform
kibitz.
and- yeah,
I just walk
like-
around and kibitz.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what you're doing with the paints and telling people what to do and all that. I said I'll just walk around and kibitz. That's
Yeah,
what I
you're
do.
good at that.
So I love to do that. But yes, and I've done the paint night with Ashley, and we've done a lot of drag
Bingo,
bingos.
yeah.
And actually, I just want to tell people there is going to be a drag bingo on. I know I wrote
feel
it
like
down.
it's February 9th.
February 9th. It's a Sunday
Yeah.
at the Sayville location.
Yes.
And my good friend Annie Manildu is hosting, along with another friend of mine, Alice Noir.
Oh, I think that's Alice's first time there.
At
Yeah.
Shabby Tabby, yes.
Yes,
I've
I
done
met
some
her
things
before.
with. I did. There was an event that you had contacted me about
yeah.
at Paper Doll
Yes,
Vintage.
yes.
That was
Kittens and Queens.
Yes, that was last year. Yes,
Yeah.
the Kittens and Queens. I did that with Alice and Bella Noche.
That's right.
At Paper Doll Vintage, and
Yep.
that was a lot of fun.
That was
too.
fun.
That was a great little event. So you have the two locations. How difficult is that? I mean, owning one business is hard enough as it
Yeah.
is. And now you've got the two Shabby Tabby Cat Cafes in two different locations.
Yeah, it's really kind of hard.
I mean,
But we're making it work. I have a really good
I know you
team,
are.
and-
I know you are. That's the
Yeah,
other thing. You have
so much
You have
support.
great staff.
Yeah.
You have great staff. People
They're
like
awesome.
Ezra and Melanie
Yep.
and Linda
Yeah.
and Russell.
Oh yeah, Russell.
I
yeah.
mean,
they're all really good.
They are. They're wonderful. And
do
all,
it
there's
without them.
there's another Frank at Huntington.
Yes.
And yes,
There is,
Yes, I
yeah.
call him my Shabby Tabby husband because my husband.
Yeah,
is
you
Frank.
got the
So
Frank,
When I go
right.
to the Huntington, there's another Frank there. I'm like,
Yes.
you can be my Shabby Tabby husband since they
Yeah,
have the same name.
he can.
But yes, so many wonderful people that
Yeah, thanks.
staff the Shabby Tabby Cat Cafes. And one thing I have to say about Shabby Tabby Cat Cafes, both of them, they are pristinely clean.
thank you.
Guys must be cleaning from dusk till dawn.
It's a lot.
You
have
really
to with
are.
cats. They
I
do
know.
terrible things.
Yes, they do. But that's the one thing about the Shabby Tabby.
Thank you.
It's like it's always
We try.
clean. It's like
gotta.
I mean. You don't want to, but you probably could eat off the floor.
Yeah. Yes, you probably.
I don't recommend it.
Don't do it.
I
Though.
don't
You never
do it,
know.
but
You never
could.
know.
It's so clean. But of course, if you're having your coffee and a little baked good, you want
Yeah.
to be in a clean
Right.
environment.
You do.
So that is wonderful. And not only do you do the drag events, and I have to say, I want to thank you because you have been so supportive of so many of the drag performers here on Long Island,
amazing,
and in so many ways. And I do want to thank you for that.
Oh,
So
thank
we
you.
all
Of
appreciate
course.
you.
We love you guys.
And all of the drag performers that I know
Mm-hmm.
that have worked with you, they only have the most love and praise of you
good.
and
I'm
of
glad.
of the Shabby Tabby Cat
Good,
Cafes.
I'm glad.
So, but along
We
with
appreciate
along with the drag events, you do a lot of other things. I know you do yoga with cats.
Yes, we do.
You do movie nights
Yep,
with
movie
cats, trivia nights. I know you've done painting
some other
like
paint nights,
glasses
yeah, yes.
and
Paint your pet.
painting your pet, also painting some of
Painting our
the
cats.
the cats that are there. So now, speaking of the cats that are there, every once in a while it seems, one cat will just, grab people by the,
Yeah.
by the heart and touch them.
Right.
And I specifically remember baby Steve. That little kitten was so adorable.
He was so cute. You did love him.
I loved him. I loved baby Steve.
Aw,
And
everyone did.
If I could have taken another kitten, I would have thrown my name into the hat to take baby Steve.
His name's Rocky now.
Oh, his name is Rocky now.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
They give us updates. He's really
He will
cute.
always be baby Steve.
He will
to me.
forever. Me too. He was really cute.
I don't know what was it about baby
I don't
Steve.
know.
Everybody was crazy
I know.
over baby Steve.
He had an amazing personality. I brought him home for a couple nights because everyone just always wanted him, and he was already spoken for. And my cat would pick him up and carry him all around the house. It was so cute. He just had a cute little personality.
He did.
Little fluff ball.
Oh, and his face. And
Oh my God, I know.
Face. But he
was adorable.
He was just adorable. And I was always posting like, I'm just praying that somebody adopts him and they love him and take care of him. And I was like, and which they did.
They did. They're great.
And he has a
They're
great
amazing.
home and little baby Steve now Rocky, but he'll always be baby Steve to me.
Yeah.
Has a good home. So that is so nice. And actually there was another kitten that was there recently. Broke my heart. That is the kitten that he was missing part of his foot. Either he was born without it, or
Was it Romeo or Pogo?
I think it was Pogo.
Okay.
I think it was Pogo.
Yeah. Well,
And,
you couldn't really tell, but like it was
Right,
kind of off.
right, and,
yeah.
and the thing is, he didn't care.
No.
He just ran around like crazy.
Yeah.
But I remember Ezra like
Yes, it
holding him
was
up and showing him to me, and I was like, oh my God!
Yeah,
and I was,
you don't
I was
even
like,
know
I
at
was,
first.
yeah, but I was like on the verge of tears,
Yeah.
just like
They really adjust so well.
I know that's
They're
the great
amazing.
thing.
I know.
That is the great thing. But but like me, who's a cat lover and like a cat empathizer.
Yeah.
That it's like I was just
It's
he
sad.
he just broke my heart,
I
and I was
know.
like, but I know he also did go to a good
Yes,
loving
he
home.
did. He's doing
I was like,
great.
thank goodness.
Yeah,
thank
he's doing so
goodness.
well.
So. And there was an older cat. I remember that a little girl came in,
Mm-hmm.
and didn't she get like very attached to the older cat? I remember there was a post, but you know what? I'm sure this happens so many times.
It does.
I'm sure it's happened
I
so
wonder
many
who.
times. I can't remember which kitty
Oh,
that was.
in Huntington? Poppy?
I think that was. I think
Little
it was.
calico?
I think it was. It was.
Recently?
Recently was like an
Yeah,
older
I think
cat.
it was Poppy. And she painted a picture of her.
Yes.
Yeah, she spent so much time with her.
Yeah,
We
yes,
did a birthday
I
party.
remember
and
that.
She hung out with
I
her the whole
remember
time.
that.
Yeah.
Did Poppy
that.
get adopted?
Poppy got an application, but I'm not sure. It's still pending.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but hopefully.
Hopefully, yes.
Poppy needs a quiet, peaceful home.
She's an older cat.
Yeah, she's like 16.
And that's another thing that we have to tell people is that the older cats do need homes too.
They're the best, too.
Everyone loves the kittens and they're
Yeah.
adorable, but the older cats they need
They do.
love and attention too,
Yep.
and and they can be wonderful pets just as
Yeah.
much as a kitten. And kittens are great, and
Yeah, they're fun. But the older cats, they, you know what you're getting, and
Yes.
their personalities are set, and they're
Yes.
just amazing.
Yes.
I love them the most.
and the kittens eventually they'll become older cats too.
right.
So I mean,
so
they-
adopt whoever.
Adopt-
but don't
it's-
overlook the older ones.
Don't overlook the older cats. No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So yes, it's very important. So what exactly happens at at a trivia night? I haven't been to like any of the
Oh, they're
other
fun.
events like at a
Like
trivia night.
trivia,
Or,
we'll pick different. Usually, Melanie will host them, and she'll pick the topic, and you'll go into your teams. And if you want to just come by yourself, you get placed into a team, and it's just questions on a specific topic, like different rounds, and it's really
so
fun.
you don't keep it cat centric.
No, no, we have all different topics.
See, if I was running it, every question would be about
Cats?
it would be about
There's
cats.
not that many. Yeah, you could. We have 90s sitcom trivia coming up soon. That should be fun.
Oh, that'll be a lot of
Yeah.
fun. And actually, Ryan, you were just on News 12.
Yeah, this Sunday it's going to air.
Oh, it didn't air yet.
No.
Oh, they pre-filmed.
Yes.
Oh, they pre-filmed.
Thank
Oh,
goodness.
very
Yeah.
nice. So this Sunday, it's going to be running like it'll be a
Every
little segment
hour.
that runs every hour.
Yeah, called Paws and Pals.
Paws and Pals. Oh, that's wonderful. And without spoiling it, can you tell us a little bit about what the segment
Well, we
was
just
about?
talked a little bit about the cafes, and Eileen from Golden Paw came on, talked about the Golden Paw, the rescue, and we brought a couple cats with us. One of them didn't cooperate. He ran backstage,
Oh well.
but he's fine. But we had two cats, Betsy and Oscar, and they cooperated really well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's
they did
good.
great.
And
was cool.
and I actually before you were offering your condolences to me because
Yeah.
it was just about 2 weeks ago. My husband Frank and I our tuxedo baby, he was 21 years old.
Wow.
And unfortunately, we had to, have him
you?
euthanized.
Aw.
He had reached a point where he couldn't walk anymore.
Yeah.
And he tried to go down the basement and he
fall.
fell and he just got stuck on
Oh, really?
on the stairs. Yeah. And and I picked him up, and at first we had said we were gonna wait till the morning to bring him, but I said to Frank, I said, he can't stay like this. He's
Oh,
suffering.
really? So
He's
you brought him in
suffering.
the middle of the
So
night?
yeah, so we brought him to the Selden
Oh, yeah.
Animal Hospital.
Yeah, I've been
and
there.
they're very very kind, very
They are.
sympathetic.
They're great.
And they helped us, and we
It's a long life.
yeah it was a very long life.
Yeah.
And baby, well, his name was Carrie,
Okay.
but we always called him Baby, and he had an unusual start from the beginning because he was also a rescue. What happened was my husband was meeting someone in Queens, and she saw somebody with like some something in paper, and he threw it in the garbage.
No.
But she saw it like move, so she got out and she went to the garbage, and it was baby.
Stop,
Yeah, he was a
really?
kitten. He was
Oh
only a
my
few days
God.
old, so she had to rush him to a vet, and they had to put him in an incubator and
Yeah.
everything, and when she told my husband Frank about it, he said that I'm going to take that
Yeah,
kitten. He
meant
said
to be.
I'm going to take him.
Oh my
And
God.
that was 21 years ago.
Wow. So you had him his whole life.
We had him his whole life. Yes, yes, and he was just the biggest mush. He was a cat that was almost like a dog.
Yeah, I know that
It was like just wanted to rub up against
Yeah.
you.
Oh, that's
Like
the best.
if you sat down and you sat him on your lap, he would stay there the whole day.
Aw,
practically.
really?
Yes, he was just a big mush, and so. But
sorry.
yeah. Thank you. But
You gave him a good
We
long
gave
life.
him a good life, and at the end, I said when I he couldn't walk, and I knew he was suffering. I said,
Yeah.
I can't let him,
Right.
suffer
You did
like
what's
this
best.
in pain,
sure.
and we stayed with him, right
To the
to the
end.
end,
Good.
because I was like, we
You
were
have
just
to.
like talking to him
Yeah.
as he fell asleep, and which it was very quick because
Yeah.
he was very weak at that point. I mean, and it was just I think really he was he had lived at the end. He was like so frail, but he just kept going. I think just through sheer force of will.
Yeah.
It
I'm
was
sure.
it was
Do you have any
something.
other cats?
Yes, we still have two cats. We have my Zach, who's the one that my husband Frank found in a box behind an adult home in Brentwood. Somebody left him there in a box of rags. He was only 15 days
Oh my
old.
God.
Yeah, in a box of rags. He was covered in fleas.
Aw.
So we took him, and he's the one I actually had a bottle feed.
Oh, okay. I remember
So
you
I
said
had
that.
I had to bottle feed him, and he was like only about as big as
Yeah, so
He was so
tiny.
tiny. He was only 15 days old. The ears were like still
Yeah, I love
bent
that.
down because
Yeah.
they don't some kittens the ears don't pop up until
Was
they
his
get a
eyes
little older.
open?
His eyes were open.
Okay.
His eyes were open, but the ears were bent
ears,
down,
aw.
and didn't know how to go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
you
you had
had
to
to like
help him.
hold him under
Yep.
the tap, the
I've
warm
done that,
lukewarm
yeah.
tap, so that he made his little peeps.
Yep.
And I had to feed him bottle feed him every 3 hours.
Yeah, I've done that.
And he
couple
went from
times.
this tiny little thing that now he's huge. He's huge.
Oh, good.
He's he
How
lays.
old is he now?
What is he now? He's about, I think he's about 7.
Oh, okay,
I
cool.
think he's about 7 now. it goes so quick you don't
Yeah, it
realize
does.
it. But excuse me, he'll lay on the floor, and he's so big, and he's an orange tabby.
Yeah.
And I say, he looks like a throw rug. He's so
Yeah.
big. He looks like a cat.
I love big cats.
He looks
They're
like a
cool.
cat-shaped throw rug,
Yeah.
and he's so huge. And the funny thing is, he still thinks he's that teeny tiny little kitten. He wants to like climb on my husband and like
Lay here.
knead the paw on,
Right.
on
Make muffins.
on his chest, like make the biscuits, and like just do that. Purr
Yeah.
and drool. My husband.
Aw,
and like
he's
my
a
hus-
baby forever.
Yeah, so and so my husband has to make sure he's wearing like a thick
Something.
enough
Right.
sweatshirt or something because
Yeah, it
the
hurts.
claws
Right.
they go right into your
Yeah.
skin.
They do.
But but he's sometimes he's like, Zach, no, you can't come up now. You can't come up now. And he's like,
Yeah, it's
he's like pestering and he's like meowing. And finally Frank is like, okay, fine, come up, and he lets him do it until he can't take it anymore. And then of course I have my Cosmo, who
Okay.
as my husband Frank says, the sun rises and sets by Cosmo. He's the one. He was like the runt of a litter. Him and his brothers were found under a couch in the Bronx, and I'm sure the mother was feral, and like these little kids found the kittens and took them out, and were playing with them, and then of course the mother disappeared.
Yeah.
She didn't want to know the kittens, and this good friend of ours. She lives in Central Islip. She drove all the way out to the Bronx
Oh my gosh.
and took them. And
Yeah.
like she's done like bottle feedings and all those kinds of
Right.
things. She even has like a little incubator
Oh,
in the
really?
home. So
Little nursery?
there was a few of them, and I think 2 died. And then there was only Cosmo and his 2 brothers left. And a friend of ours showed me a picture of them. And Cosmo was half the size of the other 2 brothers because he was the runt. And I saw the excuse me. I saw the picture, and I couldn't stop thinking about him like
What
the
color
whole
is
night.
he?
He's a white and orange.
Okay.
So he's like a creamsicle.
Yeah.
And I told my husband the next morning, I said, I've been thinking about that kitten in that picture all night. I said I have to give that kitten a home. I said I can't stop thinking about him. So he's like, if you really want him, we'll get him. So we contacted our friend, and I said I really think I want that kitten. And when we went there, she brought him out to me, and like she put him in my lap, and like he was just staring up at me like transfixed.
Oh, he
And
loved you back.
He was like it was like instant
Yeah.
love. Like for both of us, and he just like climbed on my shoulder, and he
how
just wanted to be
cute.
here, and he was purring,
Aw.
and I, and then like she
the best.
she kept him for a couple days, and then I brought him home, and he's like, I tell everyone he's the prince of the house.
Yeah.
He rules the whole house.
Aw.
Anything.
And
he
he's
wants.
the youngest?
Yes, he's
Okay.
he's the youngest. So and my husband's anytime he's trying to get me to do something, he goes, well, Cosmo wants you to do it. I'm like, all right, well if Cosmo
Fine.
wants me to do
Yeah.
it, then I'll do it. And the reason I named him Cosmo was because my favorite movie is Moonstruck.
Oh, yeah. it's a good
With
one.
Cher and when the whole thing about that movie is like when you saw that moon,
Yeah.
the moon struck you and you instantly fell in
Yeah.
love. And Cher's father in the movie, his name was Cosmo.
Right.
So and that's how he fell in love with Olympia Dukakis, who played
Mm-hmm.
his wife in the movie. Was that the moon hit him and he was moonstruck and he fell in love, and that's the whole
That's
thing in
perfect.
the movie is that that full moon
Yeah.
like hits you and you're
Right.
immediately like moonstruck and you fall in love.
Yeah. Well, that's so cute.
And that's what happened with me and Cosmo, and now
awesome.
he rules the roost. So, but I'm sure you've noticed cats all have different personalities.
Yes, they do. People don't
So
really
different.
get that.
So, I mean, what do you find about cats' personalities?
Well, just that they're all so different. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people that come in and say they aren't cat people or they had a bad experience with a cat, you just have to give them all a chance because they're really so different.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
We've had so many through each cafe and they're just like all have very, very different personalities.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what I've found is that cats, they they need to like learn to trust you.
Yeah.
Too, and it's like, but if you are really kind to a cat.
Yeah.
And not like they're not like a dog.
Right.
That you can be like, hey, good boy, and all this. It's like,
Yeah.
no, you have to
You have to earn it a
like
little bit.
Yeah, with cats you've got to like take it a little
Yes.
slow, and like. But the thing is, if you build that trust with a cat, they are like they
love you forever.
They will love. Yeah, absolutely. They
Yeah,
will bond with you. They will love
absolutely.
you forever.
Yep.
It's like my Cosmo. Like when I come home, it's like he hears my voice
So
from
happy.
upstairs. I'm like he runs down the
Yeah,
stairs.
they do.
He runs down the stairs and he's like peeking out and looking at me. And my husband is always like, oh, he heard your voice.
Yeah.
He heard your voice.
Yeah, they
And
really
he,
do
he
that.
Came running. He came running. Oh. All right, so
true.
I think we're just going to take a short little break,
Okay.
a little time for our sponsors, and we will be right back after these messages. Hello and welcome back to Talking Tony. I'm Tony Homeperm, your host, and this is my little show where I get to speak to some of the fabulous people here on Long Island. And today I am joined by none other than Ryan Shea, the owner of both Shabby Tabby Cat Cafes. We have the original in Sayville and the brand new one in Huntington.
Yay.
Thank you for coming back.
Thank you for having me.
So, before we took a little break, we were talking about the difference in personalities in
Yes.
cats, and they are much different than dogs.
Yes.
So-
I actually have a puppy now.
Yes, you do have a puppy now.
And they're so different.
Yes.
I bring him to the cafes
Oh,
sometimes.
so he's used to the cats.
Yeah.
But how do the cats feel about him?
They're
I'm sure-
okay. They're not
okay?
too bad.
Like,
He gets smacked sometimes. He's a very playful puppy. But they get along pretty well.
oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's
some
good.
cats don't like dogs, but they'll just stay away from him.
Right.
But they're very different, dogs
That-
and cats.
I know.
They
so,
are.
But well,
They're good in both. They're both good in their own.
oh yes,
ways.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing that I prefer about cats is they are a little bit easier to take
Yes,
care of.
they are.
You don't have to walk them in the rain,
Right,
and the
yep.
snow.
Yeah.
At 2
They
o'clock
can
in the
stay
morning
home
if they they really
a
have to
while.
go out.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah, they're very independent.
yes,
We love that.
Yes, they can be very independent, but like I was saying, if you build up trust with a cat, they will be very loving
Yes.
and affectionate with
Definitely.
you. So, but you have to work a little bit
Yeah.
harder with a cat
Yeah.
than with a dog.
little
But
bit.
it is
It's worth it. Yeah,
It's definitely
it is.
worth
We
it.
respect them a lot.
Yes.
For that.
So Ryan, with these two cat cafes, what is the average day like for you? I mean, are you? Are there days where you're at one
No.
all day?
Yes.
At
I don't go to
both?
both in one day.
Can't do both in one day.
No, I usually stay at one for most of the day. So, like you said before, it's really a lot of cleaning.
Yes.
Seeing what we need, and people think it's just petting cats all day.
Right. No.
It's not.
No, not at all.
I wish it was, but we do. I'm surrounded by cats every day. It's like my whole entire life. So it does make everything better.
Yes, absolutely.
They're great.
Yes, and they're it's so rewarding,
Yeah, it
especially
is.
when and I think you've had some cats that were maybe had come from an environment where and they're coming into Shabby Tabby Cat
Yeah, it's a
Cafe,
little
and they're a little
overwhelming.
scared.
Yeah, the bathroom cats.
Yeah.
We've had some cats that like to just stay in the bathroom, or
Right.
sometimes we'll put them in a cage for a couple days just to get them used to it.
Right.
But like, it just depends on where they came from.
Of course.
You know, everyone's got different stories.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes they've lived with someone their whole lives, and then the owner dies, or the owner
Oh.
goes to a nursing home or something. So you know, they're afraid. They don't know
Right.
where they are.
Right.
So we have to be patient with them.
Of course. Now, why don't you tell people, like, if they want to experience the Shabby
Shabby
Tabby,
Tabby? What you do?
What do they do? What?
So you
what
can,
can they expect?
usually go on our website, the shabbytabbyli.com, and book your reservation. But we don't require reservations. You can just walk in almost always, unless we have an event going on. We do
Right.
suggest signing up for the events so we know what to expect. There's a small charge for, you know, the different events are different prices.
Right.
The regular cafe area is $15 for adults, 10 for kids, but that includes all your beverages, and we also have, like I said, snacks, baked
Right.
goods, and you can call us, see if there's room. The weekends fill up pretty fast, but we can usually get people in.
And you also, if somebody wanted to have like a private event,
Yes.
at one of the Shabby Tabbies, they
Yeah,
can
we do
that
birthday
too.
parties, private events. We have one this weekend. There's different packages. The pizza places make these really cute cat-shaped pizzas for these events. So it's pretty fun.
Ooh,
Yeah.
cat-shaped pizza.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're awesome. So, you know, everything's really on our website. If you want to have your birthday party there, or we had a bachelorette party there once. That was pretty fun.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. And then the different events, we change them from month to month. We'll have like a monthly calendar. We have some cool Valentine's events coming up.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
Date
and
a cat.
also, yes, I have my little cheat sheet here. You're having a wedding.
Yeah. we're
Brittany
having a
and
wedding,
Baxter.
A cat wedding, yeah.
Yes, at Huntington, right?
Yes,
At
on
Huntington.
Valentine's Day.
So have Brittany and Baxter been living in sin this whole time?
They have.
Oh my goodness.
They met at Golden Paw Society. They came from different shelters, and they fell madly in love.
Aw.
And they've been in love for years.
Aw.
It's time that they seal the deal.
Oh, how
Yeah.
nice. Who's
So nice.
officiating?
One of our adopters.
Oh, okay.
He's coming to do the wedding.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So now, is this an event that people can sign up for?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so
It's on our website. We're gonna have cocktail hour and the reception and just like a regular wedding. We're hoping that everyone, you know, participates, and Brittany wears her dress, and everyone does what they're supposed to do.
is she wearing white?
She is.
Oh, okay.
She is. We have her wedding dress at Sayville. I'm ready for her. She's a bit of a bridezilla.
Oh, has she been a
is.
bridezilla?
She has.
Oh, with her demands?
A little bit, yeah. But we're managing.
How is Baxter handling the
He's good.
pre-wedding jitters?
He's all right.
He's
He's
okay?
not too nervous. He's older.
Okay. Do you have like
He's
a
just
little
dealing with
bow
it.
tie or something
Yes,
for
we
him?
do.
Oh, cool.
He'll be all dressed up.
Oh, that's great.
We can't wait.
That's great. And you're also doing some date nights there?
We are. We have a couples date night for those of you that want to bring your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife or whatever. And you'll have your own little chair, your own little table set up.
Table,
We'll have the string lights on, very romantic. Everyone gets a glass of wine, some cheese and crackers, chocolates, and you're just surrounded by the cats.
Of course. What could be
Obviously,
better?
we're gonna have a romantic movie on, some nice music, and then we have for on the Friday of that weekend, date a cat. So
Date a cat.
date a cat. So you come in, you fill out this questionnaire to see what kind of cat you're into,
Oh.
and you get all the same things you would if you came on couples night, but we set you up with a cat,
Set you up with a cat. How wonderful.
and you'll get a personalized Valentine.
Oh,
Yeah.
how nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice.
So
it's
there's
so great
something
that
for
you
everyone.
that you're doing all these events.
Thanks.
And there's always something going on.
Yeah, there is. We
at
try
the-
to
the
do
cat
different
cafes.
things.
Yes.
There's something different to do.
Yes. So now Ryan, I won't reveal everything, but I do know that you have these two businesses going. You're currently pondering a third, which is not Cat Cafe related.
How do you know?
I know everything, girl. Don't forget, Annie Manitou is a very good friend of mine.
Oh, right. I don't know. We're going to let the secret out, but I think it would
I'm
be
not
a
going to
good
reveal
idea.
it. That's your secret to reveal.
Do you think it's a good idea?
I think it's a fantastic idea.
Okay.
I think it's a fantastic idea. So
I think
I
so,
know.
too.
I only brought it up because you did hint about it on Facebook.
I did,
So
and I
you
shouldn't
hinted.
have because
You
I'm getting all
hinted.
these questions. But
Well,
I
tell
do.
people just stay tuned.
Yeah,
Just
stay tuned. I just think Long Island is behind with a couple of things, and
yes, I would agree.
we definitely need some more things for people to do.
Yes, absolutely.
Different things.
that are not bar
Alcohol
related.
related. Or,
Not
yeah.
bar and alcohol related.
Right. I would
Absolutely.
hate to have to go to a bar or a club right now. It's the last thing I would ever want to go do. So I'm sure a lot of people feel the same.
Well, it's like for me, especially because as a performer,
Mm-hmm.
if I do go to one, a lot of times, even though I'm in drag, I'm driving.
Right.
So it's like I don't drink and
No.
drive.
Yeah, no way.
So usually, like if I'm at the bar, I'm like ginger ale and cranberry.
Right. Yeah.
It's about the hardest.
Yep.
It's about the hardest thing I drink.
Yeah.
Because the last thing I would ever want to have to happen to me is to get stopped.
Oh, God.
by a cop while I'm in drag. I
Oh,
would I would be
no.
like,
Imagine.
oh God, no. It's like Although it did happen, I wasn't driving, but it did happen to me and my husband.
It did?
We were going to something in the Hamptons, and it was like there was something he made like the lines on the road were messed up, and he sort of went straight and it was a turning lane, and the cop pulled him over, and I was like, officer, he's driving me to my show, and it's like, and we were literally like just down the block
Oh,
from
God.
the place, so he
let you go.
He let us go, yes. But I was like, oh my God, my worst nightmare.
I know, I'm
is-
sure.
is like, please God, don't let me get put into
Right.
jail while I'm in drag.
Oh, man. Imagine. No way.
Oh my! So what are some of the craziest things that have happened at the Shabby Tabby Cat Cafes? Is there any incidents that you can recall that just were sort of like, oh boy?
I don't even know about crazy. Probably. I'm just
It's gotta
forgetting.
be something.
A couple just got engaged there recently. I thought
Oh,
that
that's
was cool.
nice.
Yeah, that was really nice.
That's fun.
Yeah, we got it on
Oh.
camera.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like what kinds of crazy things?
Oh, I don't know. Anything really funny, that happened or.
Oh, a cat. We did have a very scared cat that we got, and that was before we had the condos where we could put the scared cats in. And she went up and made a hole in the ceiling.
Oh.
And went all the way up into the ceiling for days. But we'd watch her on camera, and she'd come out when we left and eat and do what she has to do. And it was just nearly impossible to get her, but we finally got her back.
That actually happened to what my husband, the house that we're in now, when he first got it. One of it was like an older house, and one of the cats actually got in like behind like the walls.
Yeah, they do.
And they had to get somebody to cut a hole
Yeah,
in the
I'm
wall
sure.
to get the cat out.
We had this big red couch for a while, and the scared kittens would always rip a hole underneath and dig their way in.
Oh,
and
yes.
we'd always have to flip the couch, get out
Yeah,
the kittens, and they get into anything.
No, ferrets love to do that too.
They do, yeah.
They do.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, well, that's pretty crazy. The cat going into the ceiling.
Yeah, it took us a while to get her. But she finally came in.
She finally came out, and then she realized that I don't need to hide in the ceiling,
Right.
Because the cats really they rule at the cat cafe.
Yeah, they're good.
They're in charge.
They are.
They're the ones that are in charge.
They're the
it's
best.
It's not like and they quickly learn that they're the ones
People
in
are there for
charge.
them.
The
Yep.
people are there to serve them.
Yeah. Exactly. They know. We used to have a little treat gumball machine, and they just sit by it. They're just so smart.
Yes.
They know exactly what to expect.
Yes. My two cats, Cosmo and Zach, whenever I give them the little crunchy treats, I
Yeah.
don't give them to them every day.
Right.
But maybe once or twice a week they get a few of them. And it's like, all I have to do is say, who wants a treat?
Yeah, they know it.
They like come running, and
Yeah.
and if they haven't heard me, if they hear the shaking
Oh, yeah.
of those crunchy treats,
Right. They'll get them crazy.
They
I
go
don't know what's in
nuts.
those things.
I know. What is it?
Temptations? Is that what you're talking about?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. We
What
have
did
them
they-
in one of our closets at the cafe right now. And
Uh-huh.
anytime you walk near it, they all come running. They're so smart. But I don't know what that, like, what's.
Why don't they
equiv-
just make all the food, regular
That
food,
good?
smell or taste
Yeah, I don't know.
like it?
I'm not sure.
Wouldn't
I
that
don't know
make
what's so
wouldn't that
good
make
about it.
sense?
Yeah.
I'm like, why can't it? It all smell
know.
like that. Because sometimes you like, and that's the other thing with cats. They, at least mine,
Uh-huh.
they like go through like phases where all of a sudden they love a flavor of something.
Uh-huh.
And then
switch, they're sick of it.
you put it down the next day, and it's like they look at it, they like
Yeah.
turn their nose up at
Right.
it, they walk away.
You got to have a variety.
All
the
I love
time.
though when they do that little thing where like they're saving it for later, and they
Yeah.
like they do
Isn't that cute?
and they claw like it's
Yeah,
like
on the
they're
floor.
burying it or something, but they're
Yeah,
not.
what is that?
I
I don't know what that is.
But I'm just like
cute.
and I always have to like I'm always giving commentary on like anything the cats are doing. So like
Yeah.
when Cosmo's like on this like this, I'm like, oh, are you saving that for later? Are you saving that for your treat? Are you gonna have it later?
Yeah.
And he's probably just like, yeah, whatever.
All right. I don't know what they're doing, but maybe it's that. I thought they were like cleaning up.
I don't
But
know.
You might be right.
I don't know. It seems to me like it's like, well, I don't want it right now.
Yeah.
But I don't want any other cat to get it.
Right.
So I'm gonna like bury it, like it's like it was like their prey or something that
Right.
like they
Yeah. I don't know what
that they
is.
hunted down.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
guess it's those instincts from
Yes.
like when they
So
were
it's in them.
Yeah.
Even if they were never outside.
right
they have those-
because cats they really are hunters.
They are.
They are hunters. They,
Yeah,
they
we have a
love to
couple that
hunt.
run around with their little mice. There's one in Huntington named Rocco. He'll run around with a mouse crying, meowing. It's like his ritual every single night. It's so funny.
And
It's like he hunted
do you ever play with like the little laser
Sometimes,
pointer things?
yeah. They love
They
those.
love those things. I know.
Right. But you have to let them catch it
Yes.
or else
Yes.
they get frustrated.
Yes. And something I wanted to discuss with you because I know you've shared it. There was that kitten that was stolen from the
Yes.
Petco.
That's one of the golden paw
right.
cats.
Right.
Yeah, there's still no leads on that. And it's so scary because you just think the worst.
I
but-
know. It's like God forbid that it's somebody who
I
wants
know.
to torture a
And,
cat or something
they
like that.
bought cat supplies afterwards. So that's the only thing that kind of gives you a little hope.
A little hope, but I
that
mean,
maybe
like,
they just needed, I don't know, needed a gift for someone or something. But yeah, somehow it was open. They went in and just grabbed her bed. Scary.
that like I just it's like I've been like following that story and
Yeah.
I've shared it.
Thank you.
So if anyone has any knowledge about the kitten that was taken from the Petco, what town
In
was
Carl Place.
it? In Carl Place. I think if you go to like either News 12
Yeah,
or
and the NSPCA?
yes,
Is that what it is?
NSPCA,
Yeah.
yes. Because there is a reward. I
There is a big
believe.
reward.
There's a big reward
It's like
for the return
3,500 or something.
of the
Yeah.
kitten. So I mean,
I just want to know that she's safe.
yeah, I mean that's all anybody really wants to know. It's
Yeah.
like I hate when I hear
I know. me
stories
too.
like that, and it's
Poor
like
kittens.
I
I'm so scared.
it just kills me.
Yeah.
And it's like there's so many like people that I've had to like block on Facebook that
Oh, because they share the
post
saddest thing.
post things or like it's one thing to like say it, but I don't want to see like
No,
photographs.
me neither.
I just can't bear it. I
No,
can't
I
bear
can't
it.
either.
It's like it kills me. It really
There's
does.
a new show that Don't F with Cats. Have you
Yeah,
heard of that?
it's on Netflix. It was
I don't know what
heard
that
about
is.
it. Yeah.
I'm afraid to watch that. 'cause
Yeah, I don't
feel
think
like
you want to
it's-
watch it.
Okay.
It was this man. Like I think he tortured cats, and he like posted it, and a group like, they did all this scouring on the internet to find
Him.
out who he
okay.
was. And I don't know
watch
what the end result was if he was
Okay.
arrested or something. But
Yeah, I don't like that stuff.
I can't. I just can't. It's like it's like it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
It just breaks
know.
my heart to see
Right.
anything like that. So,
too.
because I'm a big animal lover, and
Yeah, you
know, and one thing we should tell people
Mm-hmm.
is like if you do want a cat, adopt a cat.
Yes.
Don't spend money
No,
on
there's
buying
so
a
many
cat.
cats that need homes, and
There's
they're just
so
amazing.
many. Yes.
Yeah.
Not only kittens, but also the
Yes,
adult
the
cats.
adults.
The adult cats can be wonderful pets too,
Yeah.
and it's all just and the Shabby Tabby Cat Cafes are a great place because you can hang out with the cats and you can sort of get a feel of
see how their
if
personalities
you
are.
if you bond with the cat, if the cat likes you, if you
Yeah.
like the cat.
They're not in cages, so you
Right.
kind of just hang out and
Right.
you get to know them pretty quick.
Right. You just have to be careful of the ones with a red collar.
Yes.
Yes.
You're right. We haven't had any of those in a while. though.
I noticed I didn't see anybody with a red collar
Yeah, no.
on
we're-
Saturday.
We haven't had that lately.
So that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. But if a cat scratches you, it's not the cat's fault. It's the cat does that because they're
That's its only
scared,
defense, right.
And they're frightened.
Right.
They have to. A cat has to learn to trust you.
Yeah.
So and
Exactly.
that takes time. You have to build up a
Yeah.
rapport.
That's our
So,
responsibility.
yes. So
And don't declaw them.
oh God, no. Well, I don't think you can get them even declawed here in New York anymore. Can you?
I don't think so, but I don't know. You never really know. But it's supposed to be outlawed.
Yeah, that as far as I know,
Yeah,
it's,
but we
it's
still do
supposed to be
get people
outlawed.
who want declawed.
Declawing. Oh, don't declaw
It's just
your cats.
more terrible than you think.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
it
like you
really
cuts
is.
off their
I
fingers.
mean, it would be cut. It would be like for a human being, it'd be like cutting
Yeah.
off the tip of your finger.
Yeah.
Oh
It just
no,
changes their whole life. So
Yeah, no.
just trim their nails.
No, yeah, that's
Let
or
them be
get them,
cats.
a scratching
Yeah,
post.
yeah.
Or my Cosmo, not Cosmo, my Zach. He uses the inside of the doorway to the upstairs as a scratching.
Well, that's all right.
He's made a mess of it, but I
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's like what. It makes him happy.
Right.
I don't care.
Exactly.
Let him scratch it. You
Yeah.
know what? You know what? If I want, I could always get the piece of wood replaced.
Yeah. It's not important.
It's
It
not
really
a big
isn't.
deal. It's not a big deal. It doesn't really bother
No,
me.
I'm the same.
So I want to thank you so much.
Thank
for
you so much.
joining me, and it's been wonderful having you.
Thank you for
getting
having
to
me.
talk about Shabby
Yes,
Tabby.
thanks.
Now, once again, where can people find information on the Shabby Tabby Cat Cafes, both Sayville and Huntington flavors?
Yes. You can follow us on Facebook. We always put all our events and different things that we have going on there, and Instagram, or the shabbytabbyli.com has our whole list of events. So you just click on the location you want and scroll through the events.
That's right, and you can do many of the things like
Yeah.
the trivia night,
Yeah.
date nights,
Date
movie
night.
nights.
Yes,
my
different paint
my good
nights,
friend
bingo.
Annie Manitou is
February 9th.
hosting Drag Bingo February 9th at the Sayville location.
Yes,
that's
that's
a
filling up
Sunday.
really fast.
It's filling up quick, so if you want to see it, go to www.theshabbytabbyli.com.
Yes. So
Sayville reservations
Yeah.
and book it.
Yep.
And that's Sunday, February 9th at 7 p.m. Annie Manitou and our good friend Alice Noir.
Yay.
So,
Can't wait.
Yes. And of course, if you want to adopt a cat,
We
check
have
out
them,
the Shabby
Yeah, we
Tabby
have
Cat
them all on our
Cafes.
website most of the time, or if you want to come to the cafes and meet them, come
come
on
and meet
down.
them.
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a little coffee, a
Yeah.
little tea, a little baked good.
Yes.
Don't feed the cats. Do not feed the
human food.
cats, okay?
No, it's not easy to eat around cats.
No, but
we do it.
we
sometimes.
do. My Zach, whatever I'm eating, I have to like give him a little bit on the table. He actually sits on one of the chairs.
Oh, he
and
does?
he eats.
Aw, yeah, I give my cats my food too. You have to share.
I'm like, don't tell anyone when we have guests. Don't tell them you do this, Zach.
Yeah.
I don't care.
He's a
though.
family
I don't
member.
care. I don't care. He's like my child.
Yeah.
So I don't care.
No, you can't.
All right, but Ryan, thank you so much.
thank you.
for coming here and
Thanks.
joining me and telling everyone about Shabby Tabby Cat Cafes. And you could also catch Ryan on News 12.
Yeah, on Sunday.
This Sunday.
Yes.
It'll be running throughout the day.
Yep, on Paws and Pals.
Paws and Pals. That's great.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
excited.
And I want to thank everyone for tuning in today and stopping in to listen as I chat here with Ryan. And I can't wait to see you all again.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us. And have a wonderful night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Twilly-dilly-dee, 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 tweet, 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 tweet.
She talks to the people all night long, chatting and a gabbing and a singing her song. All the divas down on Rainbow Street love to hear Toni go tweet, tweet, tweet. Talking Toni,
Tweet, tweet,
talking Toni.
tweet, twilly-dee.
Oh, talking Toni, gonna talk tonight.